First off, rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante Davis.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, B. Cannon, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Faith Overseer.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
What up?
What up? We come at you with topics.
Oh, man.
Ooh, buddy, this is gonna be a fun one. Look.
Oh, man.
I know we had some technical difficulties last week.
Yeah.
And I was upset with us that we couldn't do this last week, but just believe me, today is gonna be a fun one. It's a lot of podcasts out there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be your favorite one.
It's gonna be your favorite one. And I ain't gonna play with them. Oh, man. This is episode 144, actually. Yeah. I'm Hill. Hill gonna hear regardless, baby. Got my guy AJ in the building. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
It's your guy AJ. I ain't even got no nicknames today. I'm just, here, president of Black.
Oh, man. And we are missing our guy, the Washington Commander extraordinaire.
Ugh.
Oh, man, he got some news today and just ruined his whole mood. And then he just disappeared from the group. I haven't heard from APP out.
My boy's sick to his stomach. He got his phone on focus mode. He ain't answering nobody text messages.
Y'all go ahead, man. We might have to do a wellness check on our guy B. Cannon. You know what I'm saying? Official B. Cannon on Instagram. Brian Cannon in Facebook. Adam, man, y'all got to find out where you at.
Matter of fact, for everybody watching right now, go to official B. Cannon on Instagram and add him and say where you at in the Facebook group chat. Everybody, please tag Mr. Cannon and ask where the hell you at, because we want to talk to you, bro. We need you. We miss you.
To the stage.
We can't run a 3-man league without 3 men.
Man, but y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. We also on Twitch. AJ, you when the last time your parlays hit, bro?
Shit, man, I ain't had a parlay to hit since about week 11 of the NFL. I didn't hit some other bets, but boy, them parlays, boy.
You hit?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I got one in November. But
you think that was the same time as you and Calvin? Really?
This one? This one right here?
Oh, man.
Because look, man,
Calvin Ridley has been suspended for the 2022 season for gambling on NFL games.
And it's sad because Calvin Ridley would be playing on his 5th-year option right now, possibly, which would be $11 million. So for those $1,500 parlays that he did, cost that man $11 million. Yeah, nah, it wasn't worth it.
The math not adding up.
Listen here, black people. We have to release ourselves from these chokeholds that are parlays. They are kicking our community's ass. This shit is like crack in the 80s. It just keep calling me. Why I be in here I had to literally tell myself, I'm stepping away from the game until March Madness.
Yeah.
Because I was literally putting in parlays every week, going having fucking one leg, just missing by one goddamn leg. And, for me, the sad part about Calvin Ridley is my man out here talking about, I don't have a gambling problem. Yes, you do. For betting, bro. Was you watching the Falcons last year? You betting the Falcons to win games and parlays? Yeah, you might have a problem, dog. That just ain't something that you would. That ain't smart money, my boy.
I just don't understand. Like you said, we know how sports leagues feel about betting on those leagues. Like they really don't even want you to play fantasy football. It's like
Exactly.
to the certain point. So it's like for him to just be just playing it all willy nilly and not understanding that it's a problem, and then not even being discreet about it. It's like the way he went about it was just sloppy and nasty. I'm not understanding what the mindset that he had going on, and it's like it's just a wasted 2 seasons already now.
Yeah,
Like
100%. And like I don't hate to say it. I'm just gonna say it. It's the same shit that I said about Ben Simmons. These
I
motherfuckers.
hate you. Go ahead.
Okay, but we're gonna get into it. But it's very ironic how he stepped away for mental health issues, and then now this comes in, and they say it was after, and he was just sitting at home, and this was after he stepped away from the team. But we don't necessarily know that, and I can't give him the benefit of the doubt because now it's like the way he's tweeting through it and saying I don't have a gambling problem. To me, you're failing to realize what the true issue is. Nobody here has ever accused you of having a gambling problem. That's not what the issue is. That's not why you got suspended. The reason why you got suspended is you just broke the fucking rules. That's what you did. And, unfortunately, I understand people coming out saying, oh, but the NFL, they're so laxed on these other, fines. Look at these other suspensions that aren't as steep. Yeah. But when has the NFL ever been consistent? I feel like I've said this before. When has the NFL ever been consistent? So if you're looking for consistency across the board from the NFL, you're looking in the wrong fucking place. If anything, this makes sense because we cannot. The NFL, they're not going to allow you to be doing this because they literally just started getting into bed with this gambling in these sports books. So to have this happen, they have to nip this in the bud ASAP because every single commercial, every stadium got a sign that say DraftKings, FanDuel, or something in it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not finna let you fuck up this money, bro. And what these NFL players have always forgotten is you the labor. Nobody cares about you. They will get you up out of here quick.
And I understand the oh, y'all don't take, domestic violence as serious. You don't take, DUIs as serious or battery and all this other stuff is serious. But outside of the sport, that's still a crime. That's still something personal that you have to deal with.
And they will prosecute you for.
You can deal with that personally. The integrity of the game, like, of course they're going to weigh that way higher than something that you can do that's just you're doing on your personal time that really doesn't affect the league. Like, we can get rid of you. Like, you changing that, you betting on the game, and that can change the outcome of the game. Come on now, that's the integrity of the game. That's, like you said, we're just now allowing sports betting, and it's growing, it's rapidly growing. Come on now, like, I understand the sentiment, like I understand to get it. The optics of it looks bad, but I can see them like, yeah, we have to nip this in the bud early. Like,
dog,
and he's lucky he only got a season. To be quite honest,
dog, I don't care about nothing when it comes to integrity. Yeah, they that's what they're gonna tell you. They trying to protect the integrity of the game. They trying to protect the bag. You do not fuck with Vegas. You do not fuck with the money. That's the integrity. The money is what is the integrity of the NFL. Everything is based off the money. And that's what he fucked up. You don't fuck up the money because now you're gonna have people questioning, hey, what do these players really be doing? People gonna really start thinking of that. And Mina Kimes, I believe, actually made a really good point on her podcast. What she was saying is, with what happened to Calvin Ridley, more needs to be brought up into the investigation of Stephen Ross and the Miami Dolphins, because if that's the case, we need public information on what's going on in that investigation and what's going to come of it. Because if he was willing to play Brian Flores to lose games, this is way worse than what Calvin Ridley did. He should lose his team. But once again, you look at it, there's always a totem pole. We can get another Calvin Ridley. It's only 32 owners.
We can get another owner.
They can get another owner, but a lot of times they don't be wanting to.
That's the problem, because like you said, you open that slippery slope, you open that can of worms, and some things, some skeletons may come out of my closet when I get rid of your closet. So
and that's how
what they don't really want.
Exactly. And that what they're talking about is, you look at teams like the Steelers and the Giants. Some of those owners came up from some gambling money too. So let's not get they don't want to dig too deep into those owners' pockets and in those closets.
It's a slippery slope. But I think let's go back to the I know you mentioned Ben Simmons. It's like, and I wanted to ask this question because I was paying attention to Calvin Ridley a lot this season, because I was already upset that people was crowning him
top five in the league.
all of it, and I'm like, okay, let me extra pay attention to him this year.
But okay, just before we gonna come back to that, I just want to say, if you look at the top 5 receivers now, Calvin Ridley wouldn't sniff it. But let's go.
He didn't sniff it then.
Exactly, but so, it was way more evident now. But look, yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know. You trigger me. But the fact that he went out with mental health, I'm like, okay, cool. Fall back here. Don't get on him now. Mental health situation. We don't know what he's going through. We don't know what's going on, and he just went away.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden he resurfaced of everybody thinking about trading, and I'm like, okay, well, what happened to his mental health situation? Did we hear anything that was going on? What was going on with this situation? And all of a sudden we hear gambling, and then he don't say nothing about his mental health situation. It's just a simple fact, I couldn't even watch games. It's like, now all of a sudden it seems like you're playing. It's like the kid that cried wolf. You know what I'm saying? It's like now y'all and wait, like you said, you mentioned Ben Simmons, bro. All of a sudden your mental health is an issue because you don't want to play with the Sixers anymore. You're using that as an excuse to sit out games. It's now we playing with mental health. Mental health ain't something to be playing with. Like we just now getting it taken seriously by some entities, and now y'all sitting there just using it as a crutch. Like at some point, we can't keep doing this, and we can't keep letting this being allowed, because, like I said, the people that really gonna need the help ain't gonna get the help because y'all playing around with it.
Exactly. And it's the same thing that has always happened in certain situations. Just like we were like with the Chris Brown situation. Now it's like, it's believe women, but then you have these situations where you have people that are falsifying it and using these things as a come up, and now it basically it dilutes that argument. It dilutes the people that want to come out and support, because now it's like, well, it sends some apprehension in, and now it starts to be like, this ain't really adding up. You know what I mean? And so now it's like when people are constantly just saying, oh, mental health this, and then next thing you know, it's like, I need to step away from the team because my mental health. And now sometime down the line, you're requesting a trade, or you're about to hold out, or something like that. This isn't about to be the new way to force yourself out of your contract and force yourself into a situation. You can't use this. That's something so serious, is to say, hey, this is what I'm going through, and now I'm trying to get it out. And Tori, you say he doesn't have to address the mental health thing that's private. Well,
that's true. I'm not mad at that.
It is true, but now you also have to understand, if you're not going to address it, you are going to have to start to just deal with some people that are going to start looking at you funny in the light and question it, though, because of the timing of everything. So yeah, it's the same way that people say, oh, this is a free country, I have free speech. Yeah, you have free speech, but you don't have freedom. Like it doesn't, absolve you of consequences. It doesn't absolve you of reprimand, and it doesn't absolve you of questioning. So yeah, you can say what you want, you can have these things, but it doesn't just mean that everybody has to just go along with it and just back off, and it's hands off now.
Because once again, this, like, I'm not saying mental health is new. Mental health and being open about your mental health is still a new topic. It's still somewhat taboo in sports. Because what's the first thing that they do when they say something, when they come at your man? Oh, he's not mentally tough, or he don't have the mentally fortitude to handle this situation. He's not tough. All this, and so it's like, you doing this couples that is not adding up. So it's like, it's leaving it up for questions. So it's like, whose fault is that? Don't get mad at me because you the one did this. Like, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm here for you. If your mental health is in question and you need your help, get the help that you need. Go do that. But I'm saying, don't use it. Like I said, don't use it as a crutch.
Exactly. Because
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because it's actually really people out here who going through shit.
Plenty of people. You're looking at two of them, but like, you know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah.
Like,
and Tori, you know, you don't owe anybody shit. Not an explanation. But what I'm saying is, when something comes up in the light of this, also, we don't like now. You use mental health, and the timing of everything seems really fucked up, and people don't have to just like sit there and be quiet. Yes, you don't have to give anybody an explanation. That is your that's your option. You do not have to give anybody an explanation. But if you're not giving nobody any explanation to clarify things, people are going to be able to speak how they want to speak, and all they can do now is assume. So you leave that stuff open for interpretation.
Yep.
I'm not saying that you're right or wrong, but what I'm saying is that leaves people room for interpretation. Because even if he comes out and lies and says, "Hey, this is what I'm going through," people are still going to, have that, that room for interpretation. But that's on you. And, in the court of public opinion, which don't really mean shit, unfortunately, I hope you're mentally tough enough to handle that. Because if you're going to be on Twitter, guess what? You're going to see those responses.
But unfortunately, go get some help there, my brother. That's all. Go get some help and go talk to somebody.
And that's truly all we're saying. Like,
you know what I'm saying? But
go through your issues. You're not alone. There's plenty of opportunities and options out there. But what we're also saying is, it's not going to stop this criticism. Unfortunately, you're in the public eye. You're in the public profession, and once again, like I said, I don't like how athletes are treated by fans, but also it's just what happens in being in this public forum, and heavy is the head. You get a lot of criticism.
Before we move on, I'm gonna answer this. So if you take a mental health day at work, you cool if your boss wanted you to say what happened. You can explain what happened without going into further details.
And once again, you don't have to. Same way in this situation.
Yeah, I'm going through a family issue. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want to go in further detail. He found out you going through a family issue. Feel what I'm saying? It's ways to answer that without even going through the further detail. But somebody else took a mental health day.
Yes.
Your boy Cannon took a mental health day.
Cannon took a mental health day, and hey, all the fours. I need everybody to start adding Cannon, ask him where the hell he at, because we are about to break down a very interesting trade that happened in the NFL today. So please go into the Facebook group, Brian Cannon with the Y. Ask him where the hell you at, big dog, because the Washington Washington Commanders found their lieutenant.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody been telling us, they just been a quarterback away. They got the defense. They just gotta find the quarterback. You just get them a quarterback, they can get it. They even had them thinking Ryan Fitzpatrick was gonna take them to the promised land. Ryan Fitzpatrick can do it. Oh man, but Tyler Heineke, he's a competent quarterback. He could just get the job done.
Baby.
He could do all that. We could just get a quarterback. Now all of a sudden, Carson Wentz is the newest guy.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
The new, Carson Wentz is the guy. And it's funny. I've seen a few people to try to justify, to try to convince themselves that Carson Wentz is, is going to be okay in Washington. He does have the best receiver he's ever had.
Absolutely.
In Scary Terry. So I will give him that. But that's about it. I'm not really about it,
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz.
100%. When Carson Wentz left Philly, another person who was, broken in Philly, another Philly's, hopeful star that they thought they had, he was broken. He went to Indy. I won't say he had a bad year. I won't say he had a good year. He was decent. He was okay. But he
Yeah,
crumbled when it mattered most. And he crumbled in the time that Indianapolis brought him in for. You just had to beat the fucking Jags, dog, and you in the
Jags.
playoffs.
That's
And
it.
you couldn't muster up nothing. You crumbled. And to me, that's what you're getting. You're basically getting just a younger, mid to low tiered quarterback that he's gonna do some good. But when the bad happens, you better hope it ain't at the critical time. And I don't know if
It's always
offensively,
going to be at the critical time.
and that was about to be my next point. And I was going to say offensively, I don't think they have enough to carry him for it not to happen in the critical time, because you're going to need him to win ball games. You're going to need him to win you a game. The ball is going to have to be in his hand sometimes to make a play. And can he make it?
If Frank Wright couldn't fix him, he just can't be fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just that simple to me. Like, if Frank Wright couldn't fix you, you cannot be fixed. And
Yeah.
the same and the same issues that you was having in Philly, in your latter part of Philly, the reason why you got up out of there, the same reason the Indianapolis Colts got you up out of there. Like you said, the timely mistakes is when you you consistently having the timely mistakes. And just like Eric asked about his leadership issues, same thing that they said in Philly. Now at first it got swept under the rug. At first it was like everybody was feeling they wanted Foles,
Right.
because they won with Foles. He's like, you know what, so now the locker room is split. So people try to minimize what they were saying about his leadership quality. Then you get out of the Colts, they say the same exact thing. They're not feeling his leadership quality, not feeling how it was as a teammate again. So now that we heard it from two separate teams, somebody, it's some truth somewhere. That's all I'm saying. I
Hey,
ain't saying
what was it? What was it that Cat Williams said? Hey, they if they saying you smoke crack, after a while, if it look like a duck, walk like a duck, it's smoking crack. God damn it! So my thing is, yeah, what's coming down to it is, if everything's not a cushy situation for you, then you crack under it. Honestly, you're not meant to be a quarterback in the NFL. Because it's gonna be pressure. You are the one position where it's constantly you. The quarterbacks get way too much praise and way too much criticism. But what comes with that is they also get way too much money. So yeah, you gotta bear it all. So I think Carson, they know exactly what they about to get.
We'll post the trade details on there. So they swapped second round picks. They traded away 2/3. They taking on his full contract. That's the part that I really
And that's
don't
where
understand.
and that's where I see the NFL doesn't take sexual assault very seriously, because
Go ahead.
this was no Vaseline right here.
Right, pretty much. And
Because
one of those thirds has the potential to be
a second, yeah, it has the potential if he plays 70% of the snaps, which if he's healthy, he's gonna play 70% of the snaps. So you gave away 2 seconds. No, yeah, 2 seconds.
Nah, they swap seconds.
So they swap seconds.
They swap second round picks. And basically 2/3, which one of the thirds has potential to be a second.
So you swapped a second and gave away a second and a third for Carson Wentz to pay. You basically signed up to pay Carson Wentz $28 million.
Why?
Why? Because once again, to me, yes, they were desperate, but to me, there was no rush to do. To me, in my mind, there's no rush to do this.
Why not?
Because to me, free agency. Thank you. Free agency starts next week. Would you rather pay Carson Wentz $28 million or Teddy Bridgewater 10?
I'd rather pay neither, but
Exactly, but
in that scenario, Teddy Bridgewater.
but that's my point. If I'm not trying to pay Carson Wentz, like if you got to think about it, and I got to give up some picks.
It,
I don't care what the picks are.
The really part of what's pissing me off about this whole quarterback cycle period is a whole bunch of recycling trash, and we keep trying to convince ourselves otherwise. Like you said, Teddy Bridgewater, Jameis, Mitchell Trubisky, Mariota, Wentz, who else? Jimmy G, trash. Bubba Dubboy, trash. All of them, trash.
Each and every one of them.
And they're gonna get on your team, and then you go try to tell yourself something's gonna be different in my team. No, it ain't not. The trash. Teddy Bridgewater, I'm done. He's a backup. I'm done with him. He's a backup. I'm done with all bridge quarterbacks.
And that's my thing. If you're in this situation, you should not be giving up assets to get a quarterback like Carson Wentz. What you should be doing is stockpiling talent. Remember, like episode like
they got 5. The talent. They got the talent. They're just a quarterback away. That's what everybody keeps telling us, right? Hey, they're just a quarterback away. When they get a quarterback, no
team. See that, and that's what is wrong with the NFL. They think that a quarterback can these dudes just feel like they can fix somebody.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have this type of leeway for any other position in the NFL. You got to actually prove it that, hey, all right, I've grown and I've gotten better.
Other positions in the NFL, I can understand a change of scenery. I can understand, this ain't fit, this scheme fit didn't work with you. You've been bounced around the league and finally you made it work. Bruh, quarterback, you're not going to keep journeyman quarterback or journeyman quarterback. That means you're trash, bro. Like we're not going to keep getting rid of quarterbacks. If they are the hardest position to find. That means you are trash. So you cannot convince me. You're not about to convince me positively that Carson Wentz is going to come in here and just change his franchise around. Like I said, he's trash. They overpaid for trash. They can restructure his contract and do whatever to feel better. They can go get some weapons. They can, use the 11th pick to go get a wide receiver and match him up, pair him up with Terry, and do everything you got to do. Trash. Bro, if Jonathan Taylor just ran for 2,000 yards and gave you the easiest looks that you can have as a quarterback with play action, with one-on-one looks and all that, and you can't beat the Jags.
To get in the playoffs, bro. To get in the playoffs, money on the line, and that's my thing. Like, that's why I say, you know what? I'd much rather keep the second round pick that I got, keep that third round pick, keep those third round picks, and see if I can hit on somebody. You know what I mean?
We got a fan in here.
Right, I would have kept Heineke and drafted Willis, Carroll, or Ritter. I mean,
I'm not mad at that at all.
I'm not mad at that either, because there's actually a team that I think would be, a perfect place for, a couple of these quarterbacks. We might get into it this week or next week, but for me, I'm like I said, I'm trying to build as much talent as I can now, stockpile as much young talent that I can, and without paying fucking Carson Wentz $28 million.
I would have traded for Jordan Love. Point blank period.
Because at least there's a level of unknown there, and there's a ceiling, and there's a level of long-term control because he's on his rookie deal.
You feel what I'm saying? It make financially sense, and like you said, we don't know.
But you know what?
He has the potential of maybe being something.
You know somebody that we've been big on, and we was all just in awe of this entire season, that is not in this conversation of getting an opportunity. But if it was somebody he's not getting a chance like Jimmy G, he's not getting talked about. Tyler Huntley. Lamar Jackson's backup.
Yeah.
I think because what he's done as a backup, that's the type of shit that got Matt Flynn paid.
I would have been calling to go get him.
That's the type of shit that got Jimmy Garoppolo paid.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't he even getting a look? Especially with teams that are completely assed out, that have no options. And guess what? To me, he would come a lot cheaper too.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you get lucky and he hits, guess what?
Yeah.
You really uncover something, and
so
it doesn't stop you from getting your quarterback of the future.
So you go try for the unknown of Huntley. You try for the unknown of Jordan Love. Yeah, Jordan Love trash. You wasted first round pick. We'll get into that when we talk about Green Bay. I understand that. We know who Carson Wentz is. We
That's
know
my
who Jimmy
point.
G is.
He's
We
put
know
it
who
on
Teddy
paper.
Bridgewater. We
They
know
put
who,
it on paper.
like I said, we
Put
know
it
who
on
these people
paper.
is. Stop recycling this trash, and we understand what's going on. And you know what? And I could understand. Baltimore is not trading him. And you know what? He possibly could not be available. They could be like, hey, look, stop calling us for him. We found a good backup. We need a backup because we have a running quarterback. We may need to keep him. That is very, maybe true. But we need to hear about it. We need to hear about somebody calling. We hear about everything else.
Because guess what? No,
The price will go up if somebody start calling.
Exactly. Because knowing what I know about Baltimore,
everybody got a price.
Everybody got a price, baby. Everybody got a price. And when them picks start looking good and you start looking at, we can upgrade our team here. Yeah. With Lamar being injury prone, I won't say Lamar's injury prone. I will say most of the time he's out with COVID or some weird shit.
But the fact that he is a running quarterback, he's subjected to more injuries. I understand.
Well, here's my thing.
I'm not gonna put him the injury prone title on him, but I'm saying I definitely need some protection.
My thing with Lamar Jackson is I can't once in my time watching Lamar Jackson name a time where he's taking big hits. Yeah, he's a running quarterback, but he don't get hit a lot. He does protect himself. If anything, the injuries that he has taken, it's like, a tweak here, stuff like that. He had the bad back when he did the flip into the end zone, shit like that.
That is true, but his playing style is subjected to more.
Right, it's subjective to that, but like I said,
I'm not putting the title on. Like right.
To me, he's not a running quarterback that's up there taking hits. Like Cam was a running quarterback who took hits because they actually ran him like a running back. So, yeah, there's that.
Maybe whenever we get to talk to Cannon and other Washington fans, we'll see how they really feel about,
Cannon gonna show up, man.
Not tonight, but eventually he'll talk to us. So eventually they may, try to convince themselves that Carson Wentz can get it done. Maybe he can figure it out. Maybe, he could just, hold down the fort.
What's up, Ryan?
Saying maybe they can. But we had another trade. A better trade, a more impactful trade, so to say. Now this one right here, Russell Wilson getting traded to the Broncos, man. Oh my God, that's a haul.
Yeah, it's such a haul that I can't even get the entire haul into the screen. So I'm gonna have to read it just for those people who may not be able to see it. So in this trade with Russell Westbrook, the Broncos, I said I wasn't gonna do it. I said I wasn't gonna do it, and I fucking did it. With Russell Wilson, the Broncos will receive Russell Wilson in a 4th round pick. The Seahawks receive Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, Noah Fant, 2 1st round picks, 2 2nd round picks, and a 5th round pick. How you feel about that trade?
I felt it was a necessary trade that the Broncos had to make. They've been teetering this line without a quarterback way too long. They've been not wasting away this defense because they made it. The defense has got younger quickly. They just seem to be one of those teams that everybody deemed a quarterback away. I had them prematurely going to the playoffs a couple years ago, So yeah. I felt like they do have the talent on this team. Like they have the offensive talent, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick,
Albert
Javonte Williams. They have the offense is definitely prime candidate, waiting for a quarterback to take them take them somewhere.
Right.
Russell Wilson is on the decline.
Yep.
His decline is not that damn bad that they can't win a Super Bowl with him. Cannon have already deemed them Super Bowl a bust. Do I agree with that? Yes, to a certain extent. I can't put them all the way to Super Bowl a bust because they haven't made the playoffs since they last won the Super Bowl. At some point, they have to go through the steps, but their window is short.
Right.
Their window is short. We're not about to sit them and give them a whole 5-year process. No, they need to show up in the next 1 or 2 years, show us something. But I mean, for the Broncos, it's a trade. Like I said, it's a trade that they had to make. It's just that. It's just quite that simple.
Yeah, and to be quite honest, that's why I actually don't like this trade because this is a Super Bowl or bust trade.
Mm-hmm.
But this trade doesn't make them a Super Bowl contender
Okay.
because to me they yes they were saying that they were a quarterback away, but they still had some holes that it's like this ain't a perfect team. Having a quarterback is going to get them in a really good spot. And what I will say is we talk about their defense, but I think Vic Fangio was a big part of why that defense was so good because he's such a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
They need some pass rush. Yes, Patrick Surtain looked like one of them ones. You
Mm-hmm.
have Justin Simmons,
Mm-hmm.
but there's still a lot to be desired with this defense, to be quite honest. And like you said, this makes them Super Bowl or bust. But if it doesn't really truly make you a super, I still don't know if they're the best team in this division.
I mean, they're not.
Thank you. They're not.
But it was. But be quite honest, it still was like when we debated with the Rams and the NFC West last year. It was a debate that were the Rams the number one team in the division as well.
Right. But to me,
you didn't even have them winning the division. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but to me, that move elevated them a little bit more because of the stuff that they had around them. Because I felt
I understand that.
I felt like there was a culture in place. Sean McVay had, Sean McVay's offensive system was there. Their defense, they still had some stars. You still had the best player in the NFL. You still had arguably the best corner in the NFL, and you acquired some pieces that made it look really, 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 really solid. And they were already, I won't say a contender, but they were already kind of there.
The thing about you said you made them a Super Bowl. You said what now? They're a Super Bowl what?
You talking about for the Broncos?
Yeah.
I said this makes them a Super Bowl or bust team, but it doesn't make them a Super Bowl contender.
But the thing about this is sometimes teams see free agents may want to go there now.
Yes, and I'm with you there, and that's why, like I said, I'm just speaking now. Like I said, there's still a lot to be desired on this defense for me. If they bring in another edge rusher, a la Von Miller, they bring in another corner, they get help at linebacker, stuff like that. Then who knows? But I still like.
Or what if they go get OJ Howard on offense?
Yeah, that'd be good. But I actually believe in Albert O. I like him.
I like Albert O as well. But I'm just saying.
So,
I know for a fact OJ Howard is probably going to sign a prove-it deal somewhere.
Exactly.
Why don't he take a prove-it deal here?
Right.
And bolster the offense. Now this offense is clicking and it can hang with everybody in the division or everybody in the AFC now. And now this defense just has to be optimistic.
Right. And that's what I say. Like, right now they're Super Bowl or bust, but they're not a Super Bowl contender. Who knows? Free agency's next week. The draft is coming. So things can change. But just right now, off of, what I like the information that I have right now, there's still a lot of work to be done. And another thing for me is with the Seahawks. Yeah, it's time to blow up. Hey, it's blow up time.
But you said that. We said that when I think we said that after the season we made it. We asked the question, who was going to go, Pete Carroll or Russell Wilson, and they chose the old ass Pete Carroll. I mean, the fact that he's 71 and don't look nowhere near 71 is still amazing to me. But they're in a state of transition as well. But they have a lot, obviously they have a lot of ammunition now.
Yeah, but to me, if you're gonna get rid of Russ, you gotta get rid of Pete too, because bro, your old ass ain't gonna be here by the time we transition anyway. Like, let's start anew. See if we can find a good young head coach that can win a locker room, lead us, and give us some fresh shit and give us some fresh ideas and stop doing the same things that we've been doing for years that have really been underwhelming. But we've been counting on Russ, and I think it's
the problem with
DK.
The problem with the Seahawks in general is. And I tell you about organizations that have won before. The way that they have won is the way that they're going to try to continue to win. Like you said,
Absolutely.
like you see the Steelers, have the Steelers way. You know, the Steelers, you know, how they go about their business is how the Steelers going to always go about their business. You know why? Because that's how they want. The Patriots have the Patriots way. You know, and certain other teams.
Mm-hmm.
The Seahawks caught lightning in a bottle, bro. Like nobody's going to have that many Hall of Fame draft picks, and you know,
bro, and
on a cheap roster that would at
because
that time. No, nobody's going to do that ever again.
you got fucking Richard Sherman, a Hall of Famer, in the 4th round. You know what I mean? Then you ended up getting Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas,
third round,
Michael Bennett. You literally hit on all your late round draft picks.
Bobby Wagner was like a 2nd round pick, and same draft. Russell Wilson was a 3rd round pick. You feel what I'm saying? Like y'all was missing on your 1st round, other than Earl Thomas. But like you said, that's not a you know, that's when your whole team is under contract, under rookie deals.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a recipe of success that can be duplicated. That's lightning in the bottle.
And the moment that you don't evolve and rethink your shit, that's why it started to slowly start trending down and start looking weird, because it's like y'all were doing the same shit.
They kept it going as long as they could.
Yeah.
But the fact that now that they do have the ammunition, and the reason why I say that, because I got Curtis said, do you see Watson there next year? Now the rumor once again, they have the ammunition to go get Deshaun Watson. He's the rumor to him to go there. Me personally, I do not think that they're going to use their trade pieces now to go get Deshaun Watson. I think they're going to just tank.
Yeah, why not? You just acquired all of these picks. Why trade them for someone that you're gonna have to pay $100 million to? So to me, it's like you have the pieces. You have the pieces. You have the assets.
You have the assets.
So hey, tank next season. A couple quarterbacks is gonna come in possibly. You got
supposed to be legit quarterbacks.
Exactly. So to me, take
your lumps.
Take your lumps. Move on and try and usher in the next era, because it's okay.
Again, like I said,
it's okay.
I said, Pete Carroll is a young 71, but I just don't see that. It's something that I just don't see. I don't see him signing up for a rebuild, but I also don't see him going out like this. So on one hand, I can see them being aggressive.
If I'm the owner, he ain't got no choice. We will give you your farewell tour, Pete, but your ass got to go.
If you was the owner, you wouldn't have traded Russ.
Yeah, I definitely would. I would fire. I would fire Pete.
So it's nothing left to talk about on that one.
Yeah,
nothing left to talk about on that one. Back to Deshaun Watson, right quick. Like you said, he has his deposition Friday. That's gonna let us know what's gonna happen next with him. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna let us know what's gonna happen next, because it's not gonna be quick. He's running out of teams and options. To be quite honest, and teams is not gonna keep waiting. You can see how teams are moving now. We've seen 3 moves in a day.
Yeah, because if somebody willing to pay $28 million for Carson Wentz, they damn sure ain't waiting on you, big dog.
You feel what I'm saying? So we can see Jimmy G being moved soon.
Yeah. What was it? Schefter said it's about to be a little love triangle. Colts is eyeballing Jimmy G.
What I just say about reoccurring trash?
Oh yeah, no.
If somebody can please tell me the difference.
I want Jimmy G here.
I wanted Jimmy G in Washington.
I want Jimmy G in Pittsburgh, baby.
So, yeah, I feel you. So I couldn't get Jimmy G in Washington. I would gladly take Carson in Washington. But please explain to me the difference between Jimmy G and Carson Wentz now. Okay, so if you're the Colts, what sense does this make?
Bro, the Colts really went from 97-year-old Phillip Rivers to Carson Wentz to Jimmy G.
As bad as we talked about Phillip Rivers, he took them to the playoffs.
Exactly. So you literally got progressively worse. My thing is, at this point, why not just try and draft a quarterback and just see?
with assets. They don't have any no more. They traded the one to get Wentz. So either you either gonna get, hopefully you're gonna get lucky that one of these quarterbacks fall to you with the second round pick that you got, that you moved up for Washington. Hopefully somebody's there, and hopefully they can do something with that. And you better hope that Frank Wright got job security.
Yeah.
Because if he don't, then what? Jimmy G is a winner. What? If Jimmy G was such a winner, George, y'all would keep him. Stop. No, we're not going for that, George.
That. I literally hate that. Oh, he's a winner guy.
No, he's not. He didn't win.
He didn't win shit.
He did not win, because if he won, y'all would have kept him.
You know,
y'all can't wait to get rid of Jimmy. Come on, George.
I hate that he's a winner, because y'all only give that title to motherfuckers who actually really be trash.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, Tim Tebow, oh, he just wins. He finds a way. No, he's ass. He's ass cheeks.
Reoccurring trash, bro.
Jimmy is not a winner. Jimmy has played on good teams his entire NFL career. That's why he won.
Trash.
He's trash.
Trash.
The teams he's won, the team he's been on, had they had better, they'd be better.
The only positive I would give for him going to the Colts would be he's accustomed. No, hell, not even that. Because if Cal can't get you right, Frank can't get you right.
Oh yeah, because
I don't give a damn. But my thing is, he's accustomed for having a running game dictate the offense.
Yeah,
Wentz needed to get in rhythm. You know, he wanted to throw a little more. You know, he's a rhythm quarterback. He need to get things going. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, if this running game clicking, we can run. I can hand this thing up all day. I'm accustomed to doing that. That's what I do best, baby. You know what I'm saying? I can throw a slant. You know?
Oh yeah, no problem.
You know what I'm saying? So he could possibly be a better team fit. But if it's similar to how we were talking about Russell Westbrook and John Wall. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, one may better be a team fit. You know, so you feel better.
You know, it just make you feel better. You know, it's still the same toxic situation, but it's the toxic situation that you wanted.
Yeah. Jimmy got carried. You know what about the next comment about to get up there?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and talk about your boy. Don't let me go.
Hey, I believe it was last year. I said, "Fuck him." All he had to do was run. But he wanted to start. He wanted to start complaining.
It took you too long. It took you too long to get you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I know you've been waiting for this, and I know you've been waiting to come at me. But I've told you, I've been on your side.
It took y'all ass too long to realize this prima donna baby Aaron Rodgers, all you Aaron Rodgers fans out there, and now everybody want to come to the dark side and understand what I've been seeing for the longest. Y'all keep praising this man and keep putting him on the pedestal for only beating the Cowboys in the playoffs. That's it. Anybody else he loses to. But he the bad man. Oh, no. Well, people like AJ, the Packers have done him wrong. They didn't give him a good wide receiver. They didn't did him wrong. They didn't do this for Aaron Rodgers. I understand why he's mad. And the moment y'all said that, I understand why he's mad. I said, why he keep signing contracts? That man has signed 3 contracts since I said that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's so mad with the organization. Come on now. Y'all gonna stop babying this dude. The dude don't care about nothing but his money. So don't try to sit here and try to act like the Packers they've been doing everything for him. And Packers been doing the same way they've been doing. And he keeps signing contracts. Like I keep trying to tell you, teams that won is gonna continue to do the way how they won. And they draft the way they draft. They get free agents the way they get free agents. And he gonna keep playing the way he playing. And he gonna shut up and keep signing checks. He don't care about nothing else.
You know, I just had a thought. Remember when they drafted Jordan Love and you said he shouldn't be surprised because that's how the Packers organization does.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers organization also shouldn't be surprised because for some reason they constantly they're getting held hostage by their quarterbacks, and they let them. Exactly. And to me, that's where this issue comes from. To me, where both sides, it's flipped. Y'all gave Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre way too much leverage. You gave them way too much leeway. And I understand, yes, you want the quarterback, you want this, you want that. But to me, the moment that you drafted Jordan Love, it should have been putting your foot down. The same way when you drafted Aaron Rodgers, it should have been, we gonna put our foot down. To me, when they drafted Aaron Rodgers, it seemed like they didn't have a plan with Brett Favre. They didn't say, all right, Brett, how long? We need an ultimatum because there's this guy that we see with Aaron Rodgers.
You know why they couldn't do that with Brett Favre? Because he retired 3 times in the offseason before that.
And that's my point. It's like, all right, bro, gone. You can go like he should have. Like that's what I'm saying. Put your foot down. You can come in and you can do another while he's a rookie and he'll sit. But after that, we gonna throw this man in.
But
they needed to have a plan with Jordan Love too. Like, bye, Aaron. You're not finna just be, coming in here saying, oh, y'all not doing this. Y'all not. Hey, look, bro, we already look. It's been great. We're gonna put your number in the rafters, but now we moving on.
And this is the thing that really pisses me off about this whole situation is they had the opportunity to blow it up. They had it up. They had a. Did we just pull up? Did we just see what Russell got traded for?
Man,
we know what Denver was trying to do. They already said what time it was. We trying to get whatever quarterback. We definitely
if you got that for Russell Wilson, unfortunately, and I'm not saying they didn't give up a whole lot, but I still think that they actually could have gotten more. You definitely getting more for Aaron Rodgers.
And that's just for them. Like you said,
exactly.
Washington called and offered 3 firsts for Russell Wilson.
Hey, bro, why Washington called the Chiefs?
I'm not mad at them. Everybody has a price, bro. And I understand it's a waste of time. But at least do your due diligence. I understand that you tried, but for you to call everybody that you ended with Carson Wentz, now it looks stupid.
Yeah, because if I'm gonna pay $28 million, you wasn't calling for real. But yeah, back to Aaron Rodgers, bro.
But my thing is now is the fact that you did all that crying last year. You was holding out. The organization did. You had everybody on your side. Everybody was on your side. Yeah, made you a sympathetical figure. Yeah, Mark Schlereth on every microphone he can get on. He singing your praise. He on your side. He understands what you're going through. He praising you. You got Steve. I'm just saying, but you got Stephen A. Smith. Oh, bad man. You got Shannon Sharp on you. You got everybody on TV. Just everybody got your blankie up. Everybody just saying, oh, Aaron Rodgers is this. Aaron Rodgers even had you falling for it. You over there, they didn't draft him a receiver. They didn't do him that. And all this is one of the best teams that he ever had. And he couldn't get out. He couldn't win the first playoff game.
Oh yeah, and that's why I said, like, at the end of the day, it's like, bro, you could have did this. So that's why I said, what'd you say, my boy?
Yeah, Vom today.
What that mean? Let me
know.
Bum
today. He bum today.
Oh, he's a bum today.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bum. You ain't knowing.
Look at the keyboard. The V next to the B.
See, the knowledge. He a bum today.
I just did the science. He's a bum today, and that's. As a player, you want that power. His play is still MVP-ish. Jordan is trash. They won't win a Super Bowl, but they still will be in the playoffs. If I ain't gonna win a Super Bowl but still be in the playoffs, fuck it. Let's see what Jordan got. I say this $200 million.
It's not the fact that I'm gonna keep saying, oh, we got Jordan Love is trash. Rodgers knows that. That's why he can hold them hostage. That is true. That's why it was that's what was different from the Brett Favre situation. They seen that Aaron Rodgers could actually play. We seen Jordan, his one game. He was looking funny in the light. Jordan knows he's not ready as well, or he would have demanded a trade. He
can't demand a trade.
He has no leverage.
Exactly.
But you could demand everything.
You can demand a trade.
You can request it. You can request all you want. My thing about the Jordan Love acquisition, I still was never mad, and I'm still not mad at it. I understood why they made the trade. Understood, why they did it, because your man's was teetering about getting up out of there, retiring and all that. Okay, cool. This is what we do. We draft the quarterback early. We groom him. Mm-hmm. Now that we have our quarterback back for 4 years, $200 million, 153 guaranteed, I'm shopping Jordan Love, and I'm going to get anything for him. and just cut my losses. Like I said, a team like the Colts should be knocking on our door. I'm not saying they should be giving up a first or a second round pick, but like I said, I can get a comp third.
Man, listen.
Well, like you said, Washington.
We know, like I said before, even to comp third, you might be able to get a second because we know the going rate for quarterbacks.
Why not the Steelers?
Bro, it's tons of teams where we can say why not them.
And I'm not even trying to be funny. Yes, I know Jordan Love is trash in Green Bay, but he may be all right somewhere else. He definitely ain't showed us enough that we can just ball him up already and just say he's that damn trash. He deserves another chance, just one other shot.
And also, when you are
contractual control,
when you are a backup quarterback, you get no reps, none, no reps. When Jordan Love came into when he entered the draft, no one was saying he was a ready-made product. People said he had potential. He needed polishing. So that's why it looked like a good fit because he could sit and kind of learn. But then when he got those snaps, he wasn't prepared for those snaps because didn't he not know he was about to start until later on in the week?
Yeah, he got COVID late.
Yeah, so yeah, there's still teams were still high on him. So who knows? If I was one of those teams that was looking to get him in the draft, and I still haven't found my quarterback, hey, bro, I got a little something for you. Let's talk turkey.
No, I keep saying it, and I'm not trying to be funny, but if I'm the Steelers, right, what am I going to do with Jimmy G? What is Jimmy G going to do better than Ben Roethlisberger's last year? What's going to be the difference? You feel what I'm saying?
Look like a refrigerator.
Now and I understand. Is he not going to look like a refrigerator? That motherfucker ain't mobile. He hurt, ankle bad, and he ain't mobile.
Nah, but Ben.
But Ben was definitely extra slow. So I understand.
He was looking like a light pole in quicksand.
But my thing is, if he just gonna be significantly better?
Absolutely not, because he ain't significantly good.
Now I understand they tried to do the flyer thing. They tried to pick up, Haskins to see if they had anything left. Could they figure out anything with Haskins, and he couldn't show you nothing. You know what I'm saying? At that time, maybe this offseason he could, make some progressions. I understand that, but we seen Mason Rudolph. You feel what I'm saying?
I'd so love for Mason Rudolph.
So you're not going to draft the quarterback, one of these quarterbacks out the draft, and I'm still not stopping you from drafting the quarterback, even if I say go acquire Jordan Love. Like, make this a real live competition. See if he has something. I'm just saying. Like, if I'm the Saints, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Because and that's the team that I was talking about, the Saints. I would really, really love to see Desmond Ridder go to the Saints.
I think he does fit that style.
To me, I think Desmond Ridder going to the Saints, you get Michael Thomas back, get him another receiver out there. That defense is still very strong. I think that team is in that trash ass NFC South. That could be good for him. And to be quite honest, why
the Bucks ain't calling?
Bro,
they do got Kyle Trash, and I'm not sure if he's ready or not. You know what I'm saying? But hey, competition. What's up?
Competition, baby.
Because Blaine Gabbert ain't it?
We know that.
But you go try to sell me that Blaine Gabbert.
There we go again. These motherfuckers is talk. They recycle trash.
It's getting me frustrated. You keep recycling this damn trash. But you look at your man. Look at your man. Get him off my screen. So disgusted.
Got the John Wick hair going on.
Disgusted with your boy. I mean, y'all really let that man get away with that. Y'all let that man sit on Pat McAfee show and cry all week, every Tuesday, and y'all sit there like, oh man.
I had to stop listening.
I understand what Aaron Rodgers is going through, man. They did do him wrong. Another contract extension. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can fool the rest of New York. You can fool the rest of the world as long as New York. No, that's the bar. Not going for that, man. Y'all go ahead. Your boy.
Hey. Shit, what else we got?
We had the combine happen.
Jordan Davis, most impressive thing I've seen in some time.
I wasn't really shocked.
Nah. Big boy moving like that. I'm about to say, come on now.
Yeah.
We was texting.
Yeah.
We was texting.
He ran way too damn fast. I'm like, come on, bro. That's a lot moving. And I don't give a damn if it's the 40. He'll never run the 40 ever in life on the field. He should never be doing that. He's too big to be doing that. That was impressive. Like,
I guarantee you, most people. No. There's probably like 85% of the world can't do that, regardless of your weight.
yeah, I ain't ready to do mine yet.
That man, 341 pounds.
But everybody from Georgia,
Slide. They was all slide.
They had an amazing pro day. Not pro day, combine. I mean, they shouldn't even have a pro day. The way they showed up,
bro. I'm not because that's what some scouts are saying. Because after you were talking about the turf and everything, and some that was the rumblings going on that it was going to be that's a new turf and a fast track. So a lot of the scouts are looking to see what those pro day numbers are.
Also,
I ain't running no 40 at my pro day. Motherfucker, I just ran a 4.3.
You gonna keep this 4.3 number and hope. But a lot of scouts were saying that a lot of them times was gassed up because it was on TV. It was a TV event, and everybody wanted to see fast numbers. They made it a spectacle. They saying some of these times a little got a little sauce on them. It's the fastest draft ever in life.
Ever. Like
so it's some validity in some of them questioning that. You know what I'm saying? But this is the one I want to pull up. These quarterback prospects must not be high on their boards. They can't show their hand right now, Jarvis. Now some teams, I disagree with that. My fault. Some teams definitely let it be known that they coming up for a quarterback. I need a quarterback. We need a quarterback. I'm desperate for a quarterback. We coming up. So don't let this fool you that this a weak quarterback draft and nobody's going to draft a quarterback. They're going to make some trades to come up for this quarterback. And the first people, somebody going to get in front of Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle is about to say, okay, boom. Here how this about to go. Seattle's about to sell you that they're high on the quarterback. And it's not going to be, Malik Willis. They're going to say, we're high on Malik Willis. They're going to keep selling it. And that next thing you know it, if the Steelers don't trade for Jimmy G, next thing you know, they got to panic. They got to trade up to go get the quarterback. Or the next team, they got to come up and trade up for a quarterback. So don't let the hype fool you. The hype is about to actually ramp up. The draft is never. I don't care how trash they think these quarterbacks are. The draft is never going to let these quarterbacks never steal the limelight.
Oh, 100%. It's the reason why teams find these gems early in the second, because there's always going to be quarterbacks that get reached for. You know what I mean? These quarterbacks will constantly sneak into the first round, and you'll be sitting there like, what? Like Daniel Jones, he wasn't supposed to be no first round quarterback, but it's like, hey man, they will do everything they can to trick themselves.
I've seen a mock that said they had Sam Howell going to the Lions as the last pick in the draft, just to have the 5th-year option.
Yep.
And it makes sense.
Yeah, but that took the words right out of my mouth. That's one of the reasons why a lot of times you will see quarterbacks get reached for, because you get that extra year of control to give them that. Can he develop? Because once again, like I said before, quarterback is the only position that they really will milk it and say, this motherfucker got a chance. Can we even get an inkling out of him to see that we need to give them the second contract?
You think they're still doing that nowadays?
Most teams. There are some teams that have abandoned first round quarterbacks, but for the most part, yeah, because I hate to say it because I feel like I've been beaten up on him, but Baker, they're still like Daniel Jones. They like, okay, is there?
They didn't pick up his option though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it gives them that long. Man, somebody else is not a first round quarterback, bro. They wouldn't. If Daniel Jones was kind of like he was at receiver, they'd be like, hey, bro, sit on the bench.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get that.
Yeah, shout out to my guy Jermaine Johnson. He really, I felt he was a late first round pick, but like I said,
think he moved up to some boards.
You know, I thought pre-combine, I thought he was a late first round pick, possibly a second, because like I said, some quarterbacks are always going to sneak in there. But after that combine, he's a surefire. He's a surefire first round.
But also after his senior, so this is consecutive though. Like he had a good Senior Bowl as well.
Yeah, and for me, I knew he had this.
I know you had it. Like I said, for me, like I said, I didn't. So seeing him at the Senior Bowl, I'm okay, cool. I understand. I'm seeing him. He's working. And then, like you said, his combine, he's moving up. There's a lot of people that I'm seeing him moving up. I'm seeing him moving a lot of first round.
And that's how good that Georgia defense was.
Yeah, because
he transferred to Florida State because he couldn't see the field. Like he couldn't play at all.
Now that was a smart decision on his part.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
because that boy, he went from probably being maybe a day 3 pick, maybe, to a first round pick. Boy, made some money.
Yeah, that was a smart decision. We go, we got to work on our mock draft too, man. That thing coming soon before we know it.
Yeah.
We got a whole month though, right?
Yeah, we got a month. We got some time to study. We can make it work. We can make some shape.
Like you said, which one, Jarvis? Georgia linebacker. Oh, you said Walker, Quay Walker, yeah. But the other one, Tyndall.
Yeah,
like
that whole defense looked like it go round one.
Yeah, and it's not a reach on none of them. I think that's it, man. Your boy Aaron Rodgers. Still Aaron Rodgers.
Y'all make sure y'all do a wellness check on Cannon, please.
Please check on Cannon. I know he's
APB on him. Hit him up on Instagram, official B Cannon. Ask him where the hell you at, and then go to the group right now. Everybody, make a post. Ask Cannon where he at. Ask him if he all right.
Well, he's the Washington Commander extraordinaire. We want to hear from him. We want to hear his take, man.
Yeah, we gotta hear how he feels on the trade. We need a Cannon recap, man. Ask him where he at. And matter of fact, when you tag him in the Facebook group, make sure you put a pic of Carson Wentz in a Washington Commanders jersey, because we need to know how he feel.
We really need to know how I feel. And I know
I don't even want to talk about this.
Yeah, we about to wrap it up, brother. Because I'm so sick of Westbrook. I always say it Westbrook just to disrespect them too. Oh man, I'm so sick of Westbrook, bro. So can we get the season over with so fast? Shouts out to our guy Tori. We had a mental health conversation that we definitely didn't really want to go that deep into, but we definitely are mental health advocates. We definitely take mental health very serious. So if you need to get your help that you need, please feel free to talk to. If you just need to, go get the professional help that you should get. But if you definitely need to talk to somebody, feel free to hit anybody up that you feel comfortable with or that you respect. You can, confide in. Don't just let your thoughts just simmer and, manifest into something that can go deeper. Get your thoughts out, get everything got to go out. Just do whatever you got to do. Take some self-care days, do whatever you got to do. Like I said, the pod is therapeutic for us. That's how we get our thoughts off. That's how we, make our week go better. So, like I said, mental health is definitely serious. It's nothing to play with. So, no offense to anything. I don't want anybody to take anything offensive that we said about mental health when we talked about it. We take it very serious. It is what it is.
And you don't have to seek out help when you feel things are bad. It's okay to just have help just in general. It's the same thing as just getting a checkup at the doctor. Just go to therapy, a couple times a month, a quarter, whatever. Just to, make sure you are good. Do a wellness check on yourself. Do a mental health wellness check. It's just like getting a checkup, man. So don't always wait till you feel like things are crumbling, because it's a deep hole to dig out of. So, just take care of yourselves mentally, physically. And we love all the fours, man.
Throw them up.
And we out.
Y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Also on TikTok and Twitch. Shouts out to the four and Cannon. Where you at?
Boost Mobile style.